Hello and welcome to Always Elite. Today we're going to review AEW Dynamite Bash at the Beach Part 2. The Chris Jericho Rockin' Rager Part 2. Let's see. It's a lot to say. First up we had the AEW Tag Team Championship match. It was Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega versus SCU, Scorpio Sky, and Frankie Kazarian. Starts off slow, which is an advantage for SCU because they like to take it slow. It was a very evenly judged match all the way through the whole thing. It was back and forth. A miscue by Page and Omega. Scorpio takes advantage. He hits the TKO, but Omega kicks out. To end it all off, Hangman Adam Page buckshot lariat to Scorpio to the outside and then one to the inside on Kazarian. He gets the pin and the win. So Page and Omega become the new AEW Tag Team Champions. Now, this is the first title change in AEW. So it's been, 6 months? Maybe a little longer? But that's okay. Next up, we had Britt Baker versus Priscilla Kelly. I won't get into this too much. There was nothing there. Match was slow and very, very sloppy by both. It was just ugly. Britt finishes it quickly with a super kick and a lockjaw. And Kelly taps out. After the match, Tony Schiavone tries to interview Britt Baker, but she tells Tony that before AEW he worked at Starbucks. He worked at a lowbrow barista. I think Britt just turned heel, which is okay with me, because, she also said that she's the prettiest woman on the ship. Which I highly doubt, but I could be wrong. Next, it was the Jurassic Express, Marco Stunt, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus versus the Inner Circle of Ortiz, Santana, and Jericho. The crowd was singing to Jericho's entrance music, which is Judas from Chris's band Fozzy. It's a neat little song. If you haven't heard it, I suggest you give it a listen. It's pretty good. Jungle Boy starts off fast, beating up Jericho and then Ortiz. Throughout the break, it was all Inner Circle. Jungle Boy was in the ring for most of this match, a very long time. The match was maybe 18-20 minutes. It was probably, about 18 minutes, and Jungle Boy was in there probably about 15 of it. Luchasaurus finally gets the hot tag and clears the house. In the end, Jericho ends it with a Judas effect on Marco and a pin for the win. So Inner Circle keep their flow going. Jericho still keeps his winning streak going and everything else. Next up, it is MJF versus Joey Janela. I don't understand why this match is even taking place. There was no build-up for this. The only thing I can think of is to keep MJF strong and keep Joey down on his losing streak, as he mentioned to the previous week. MJF spits on Joey, but Joey will have none of it and beats on MJF. And then MJF decides to take a walk because he didn't like getting beat up on. Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford come out to distract Joey. It works. MJF hits the double cross, which is Cody Rhodes' finisher. The Crossroads. They just renamed it because he wants to be a jerk. He gets the pin for the win. MJF after the match says that Cody was right. MJF is a chapter, but he's the final chapter in Cody's story. Cody comes out and says, I may not be able to touch you, but they can. And the Young Bucks come out and they beat the crap out of MJF and they throw him in the pool. And he acts like he's drowning. I think it's pretty funny. Then we get the main event. It was Jon Moxley versus Pac for the #1 contendership spot to face Chris Jericho for the AEW World Title at Revolution on February 29th. Moxley's still wearing the eye patch he received from last week when Jericho used a spike from his jacket to spike him in the eye. But he comes out swinging anyway. Moxley has no fear. Pac attacks Moxley's bad eye every time Moxley gets a distinct advantage. He goes right back to the eye, which is smart. He keeps on that eye pretty much most of this match. Towards the end of the match, though, he tears the bandage off. And it just shows a little patch here. Just a little tiny one with a lot of blood on it. Pac misses a black arrow and mocks DDT to Pac. Pac locks in the brutalizer, but Moxley won't quit. He won't give up. Even though the referee tried to stop the match, Moxley told him no. After he ripped the patch off, though, Pac was beating on Moxley pretty bad. The referee pulled him off because he wanted to check on him. That gave Moxley enough time to get up, give it a DDT, and then the paradigm shift, and he gets the pin for the win. So now Moxley is the #1 contender to Chris Jericho's title. And that's all the time I have for you today. Join me next time. Always be elite.